Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 16 of the Houston Astros franchise here on MLB The Show 20. Today we have two games, another set of road and home games. Our first are starting off in Fenway Park to face the AL East leading Boston Red Sox. On the mound for the Red Sox will be Marcus Walden, the former decade-spending minor leaguer before debuting in 2018. He's put together a solid season for a late rotation kind of player. Can't really complain for his progress. He's going to start off with Michael Brantley, who lines a 1-1 pitch to the second baseman and is thrown out at first. We're going to take a look at the Houston Astros lineup. A lot of the same lineup you'd seen up to this point. Brantley, Bregman, Altuve, Alvarez, Springer, Gurriel at first, Carlos Correa, Reddick, and then Maldonado in the 9 hole. So a lot of the same faces. So that means Alex Bregman will be up next. He's got a 2-2 count. He's going to swing and miss on the slider down in the zone. So that's a quick 2 outs for Walden. Up next is Altuve. He gets a 2-1 count. He's able to pop this one up into foul territory, but Mitch Moreland's going to track that one down. On the hill for the Astros will be the 2009 Cy Young Award winner Zach Greinke, who was acquired at the deadline last year from the Diamondbacks. He's been a very solid number 2 pitcher, 3.28 ERA. He will start off his day versus Andrew Benintendi for the Red Sox, the left fielder who's hitting 323 on the season, absolutely crushing it in Fenway Park with a 4.12 average. He will lead off for these Red Sox. He's got a quick 0-2 count down on the hold at Greinke, and Greinke's going to get a nice fastball location on the outside corner for 1 out. Alex Verdugo in right field's up next. He's going to put this one towards right field, and that one's going to rattle up against the wall. Reddick not able to get there in time. Verdugo's going to try to take 2, and he's going to successfully do that. So a quick 1-out double for Verdugo. Brings up JD Martinez next. He punches this one through the hole in third shortstop. So we got runners on first and third here with 1 out. That's going to bring up Xander Bogaerts, the shortstop. He's got a 1-2 count. He pops this one up to the second base position. Altuve ranges into right field, not going to tag. So now 2 outs as we take a look at the Red Sox order. You've seen Benintendi, Verdugo, Martinez, Bogaerts so far. Next will be the first baseman Moreland, followed by Michael Chavez, Christian Vasquez. Third base Bobby Dahlbeck today, who was recently called up, and then 9 hole will be the center fielder Kevin Pillar. So here comes the aforementioned Mitch Moreland on 0-2 count. He gets a curveball that hangs way too much over the plate. That ball is gone to right field. A 3-run shot for Mitch Moreland gives these Red Sox an early home lead. This is 3-0, 436, his 9th home run of the season. And this crowd is rocking and rolling for the Red Sox, who have been one of the hottest teams in baseball to start the season. Next up for the Red Sox will be Michael Chavez, the second baseman. He's got a 2-2 count to Chavez, and he's going to swing and miss at a slider away. So a quick 3-spot in the first inning for the Red Sox. We're going to go top 2 now as Alvarez at the plate. He's going to walk to first base. Springer up next. He's got a full count. He gets a fastball in that he gets a lot under, but not far enough to hit the wall, as that's a quick out to the left fielder. So 1 away here with Alvarez on first. We'll bring up Yuli, the first baseman. He's first pitch swinging at a cutter, and that's also a nice solid pitch to hit, but he got a little underneath that one. So now runner on first with 2 outs. So now it's going to be Carlos Correa's turn. He's got a 1-1 count, and he gets a slider. This time he gets enough underneath it to rattle off against the wall, and that's going to bring Alvarez around third base. He's going to head home, and that's going to be the first run of the ball game for the Astros. It's now 3-1. Reddick up next to the full count. He slices this one into right field. Perfect. But they're not going to test the arms. Now we have runners on first and third with 2 outs for Maldonado. He's going to walk. So now bases loaded back up at the top of the order. Michael Brantley grounded out back in the first inning, and he has a real solid chance. 2-1 to Brantley. Gets a nice solid pitch to hit, but beats this one into the ground to Moreland. And then Astros leave it bases loaded. We're going to go top 3 now. Next inning, Bregman going to ground this one to the third baseman, Dahlbeck, who makes the easy out. So 1 away here for Altuve. He's going to try to first pitch bunt over to Dahlbeck. He has to charge this one and pulls Moreland off the bag. So Dahlbeck making an error early. See if that comebacks to bite him. Full count to Alvarez. He's going to walk. So now runners on first and second here with 1 out for George Springer. He's first pitch swinging at a cutter, but he pops this one out. That's going to be the infield fly roll. So 2 outs now for Yuli. He's got a 0-0 count. He's going to swing at a cutter over the middle. Perfect. Altuve is going to round third and head home. So the error does come back to bite him. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Correa up next, first pitch swinging as well. This one's also up the middle for a base hit, and that's going to bring around Alvarez once more. Trying to stretch it is Yuli, and he's able to make it to third base. Now runners in the corners with 2 outs. This ball's going to get away from Reddick. They're actually going to send Yuli home, and he's not going to make it in time. So it's still a 3-3 ball game heading into the top of the 4th now for Reddick, who's going to try to finish that at bat, and finish it he will. Slider to right field, just over the wall in the corner, and that's a solo shot for Reddick. Wish that would have happened in the previous inning, but nonetheless, that gives the Astros the lead on his 5th home run of the season. 304 feet, 44 feet just over the wall. So next up will be Maldonado, still nobody out. And Maldonado's got a full count, payoff pitch, and he's swinging at the slider, so he's going to strike out, which is going to bring up Bregman to the top of the order. He's not going to waste any time. He's going to ground his first pitch out in front of the catcher, though. He's going to make the play, and Vasquez gets an out. So now 2 away for Bregman. 0-1 pitch to him. He gets the cutter, and he's going to rip this one to left field for a base hit. Bounces right in front of Benintendi. So not out of the inning just yet. Altuve, 0-2 count. He's going to line this one off the glove of Dalbec. He bats it down, but unable to make the play. This time they will rule that one a base hit. So now 1-2, 2 outs. And here comes Alvarez with a 1-0 count. He gets a pitch to hit. He's going to ground this one past first baseman. Bregman's going to score with ease. And Altuve is going to head to third base. So runners on first and third here with 2 outs for George Springer. And he gets another pitch he could have hit, but pops this one up behind second base. Bogart's able to make the play to get out of the 4th. Now we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th, see if the Red Sox can answer any of this. And Mitch Moreland, the man who did answer, is going to be up first. 1-2 count. He pops this one up to deep center field. Springer has to rail back. Is he going to have enough space? Yes, he is, as he crashes into the wall for the first out of the inning. Chavez up next, 0-1 count to him. He's grounded this one past Guley, who was playing a little off the bag because he was on the shift. So now runner on first here with 1 out, which means Christian Vasquez up next. He's going to look at a very hittable changeup. Looking at that one, 2 outs. Greinke's 5th strikeout. Bobby Dalbec up next. He lines this one to the right fielder, so no damage done for the Red Sox. Top 6 now. Here comes Martin Maldonado to lead us off. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk, hitting .297 on the season. Ryan Weber now on the mound for the Red Sox as he pitches inside for Maldonado, who pops this one into right field for the first out. That's going to bring up Michael Brantley with a 2-0 count. He gets a slider. That ball is no doubt past the right field wall for a solo shot. That extends this Astros lead to 6-3. Brantley, his 3rd home run of the season, 402 feet. Hasn't had much success power-wise from the leadoff spot, but it's good to see him put us ahead. Brantley was sitting on that slider, and he put that one way over the wall. Now here comes Bregman. Is this not done? But he's going to ground this slider to the third baseman, Dalbec, who makes the play. So now 2 outs. That's going to bring up Altuve once more. The 1-2 count to him. He pops up a fastball to right field, and he will get out of the inning, just surrendering 1 run. So now we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, where J.D. Martinez is going to lead it off for the Red Sox. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Greinke still on the mound. 1-0 count to Martinez. He gets a patch. He's going to rip into the gap between right center, and Reddick unable to make the diving catch. Martinez is going to get into second base with a stand-up double. But that's not it for that play. Reddick is feeling some soreness in his shoulder, and he will have to come out of the game. Thankfully, it's nothing serious, but Kyle Tucker is going to finish the game in right field. Next batter, Xander Bogaerts. He's first pitch swinging, going to ground this one in the gap between second and first. Now runners on the corners with 0 outs. Is going to bring up Mitch Moreland once more. He's going to pop this one up deep to left field. I think that's not going to reach the wall though, but that's going to score at least 1 run. Second run's going to come around and score as well. So now it's a 6-5 ball game in the bottom of the 6th. Greinke still on the mound, gets Chavez to strike out low. So now 1 out runner on the second. Christian Vasquez up next. He pops this one up behind the first base bag. So a quick 2 outs, runner on second for the Red Sox. Can Dalbec do it? He pops this one high into right field, but unable to bring home the run. So now a 6-5 game for the Astros. Adam Ottavino comes in for the Red Sox, recently acquired in a trade with the Yankees, out of all people. Had a very solid season, and he will take the mound for the Red Sox. They traded Nathan Eovaldi for him. Gets the first batter, Correa, looking on a strikeout. Next batter, Kyle Tucker, who came into the game is swinging silly at a slider. Try saying that 3 times fast. Maldonado up next, but he's going to take a walk. So now runner on first with 2 outs. This inning's not over just yet. Brantley, first pitch swinging. He's putting this one into right field once more. I don't think that's going to get out of here, but it was just going to come up short. But it's going to be a ground roll double, which probably saves the Red Sox a run. But here comes Alex Bregman, runners on second and third with 2 outs. And they're going to intentionally walk Bregman to load the bases. So here comes Altuve, and he's actually going to walk in a run. So now bases loaded. It's a 7-5 game now. And the Red Sox are going to bring in Ryan Brazier, another bullpen arm. He's had a very solid season with a 103 average. But he comes in quite a pickle, bases loaded, 2 outs. And he's going to face Yordan Alvarez, whose first pitch swinging at a fastball. That ball's deep to left. That ball is gone. That's a grand slam, ladies and gentlemen, for Alvarez's 13th home run of the season. The Rookie of the Year last year is playing like the MVP for the team this year. That's a 4-run bomb. That scores 11 for these Astros and opens this game wide open. It's now 11-5. Springer unable to get the next out, but we're up by 6. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th now for Mitch Moreland. He gets another solo shot in the 8th inning, so that's 2 home runs on the day for him. Gives this one 11-6. This one was off Brad Peacock, his 10th home run of the season, 407 feet to right field. Makes it an 11-6 ball game. Astros still up by 5. And unfortunately, the Red Sox unable to do anything else in this game, so I'm just going to jump ahead to the end of it. And the Astros come away with win in Game 1 in Boston, 11-6 on a high-scoring affair. Greinke does get player or win. Walden gets the loss, and Peacock actually gets the save before he came in before that grand slam. And we all know who's going to be the player of the game. Yordan Alvarez, 2 for 3, 1 grand slam homer, and 5 RBIs. That's just 37 RBIs already on the season. Red Sox put up a fight as well. Both teams had 11 hits. But in Game 2, Astros win once more. This one a lot different, 2-0. Springer went 1 for 4 and went deep in this game. And McCullers, he went 8 1/3 and struck out 14 batters before Osuna came in for the save. So a solid win for the Astros, and they actually sweep the Red Sox in Fenway, 4-3 in Game 3. Springer went a yard again with 1 for 4 on the day. Boston had Pilar go 1 for 4 on the day. He had a double and 2 RBIs for most of their damage. That's going to send us to the second half of this episode. We're going to have a home 4-game series against the Oakland Athletics. This is an MLB primetime network game because Athletics sit right in front of us on the season. They're second in the AL West. We're going to send out Homer Bailey onto the mound, 5.40 ERA. Spent a lot of time in the bullpen in this one, so this will only be his 6th start. He started off his day against Tony Kemp for the Athletics. They're wearing their solid green uniforms. I like those a lot. 1-1 count to Kemp to start off the game. He's going to ground this one, a base hit past the second baseman, Altuve. So now a runner on first with no outs is going to lead us to the next batter, Martinez. He's going to botch this one into the ground. Bregman 5-4-3 double play. So gets quick 2 outs for these Astros. And we're going to take a look at the lineup for the Athletics. We've seen Kemp and Canna already. Next will be the first baseman, slugger Matt Olson, followed by Chris Davis, who's struggling in left field. Chapman, Piscotti, Pinder, Sean Murphy, and then Ryan Goins playing shortstop today. It's Athletics 10th in the AL in hits. Not a lot of hits to go around, but they are winning games. That's going to bring us up to the aforementioned Olson, who gets a 1-2 count. He's going to look at a slider high, so a strikeout for the Athletics. And they're going to send Mike Fiers up on the mound. We know he's the guy who leaked the Astros scandal. Had success off him so far this season. Another guy who spent most of the year in the pen. And he's going to start off his day against Brantley. Astros rocking basically the same lineup we just saw. It actually is the exact same lineup we just saw versus the Red Sox. So a 2-2 count to Brantley to start off the game. He's going to line this one right up the middle for a base hit. So already getting ahead on Fiers. It's going to bring up Alex Bregman up next. He's first pitch swinging as well. This time he gets a little bit more air underneath this one. And the center fielder is able to make the play. Next up will be Jose Altuve on a 1-2 count. He's going to slap this one. Good reflexes by Olson at first to record that out. Unable to get the double play, but Alvarez up next. They're going to try to steal, and Brantley is thrown out at second base on the steal attempt. This team not very good at steals. But we're going to go to the top of the second now. Chris Davis on the mound. It's going to be a high pop-up, or at the plate, excuse me. That's a high pop-up to center field as his struggles continue. Next up, third baseman Matt Chapman, full count to him. And he's going to take a walk as that pitch is down in the zone. So now a runner on first for Steven Piscotti, the right fielder. He's going to strike out on a pitch that would have been the second walk. So that's 2 outs now, which brings up Chad Pinder. and he's going to pop this one to right field, but it's going to get down for a hit, and Chapman's going to round second and go all the way to third. That's Olson, excuse me. Next up, Sean Murphy, and he's going to line this one over the head of Altuve, so that run's going to score. Athletics draw first blood in this one. Athletics trying to put more runs on the board, full count, but this one, good play by Correa to knock this one down, but unable to make the play at first. And now we have runners on the all bases with 2 outs now. 1-2 count to the next batter, but it's going to be sharply grounded to Bregman, so the Astros get out of this one only surrendering 1 run. We're going to jump to the top of the 4th now with Sean Murphy leading us off for the Athletics. He was 1 for 1 today with the only RBI for the Athletics so far. 3-1 count to Murphy, and he's going to chop this one straight towards Correa on a line, so that's the first out of the inning. Next batter, Ryan Goins, first pitch swinging. Altuve able to make the play in the grass and get to that one for 2 outs. So Tony Kemp, who's up next, gets a 2-2 count, and he's going to lace this one out of the reach this time of Altuve. He can't make that play. So now runner on first for Mark Canha. He gets a 1-0 count, and he's going to lace this one deep to right center. That ball has some carry, and that ball is gone over the wall in right center field next to the bullpen. Canha with some opposite field power. It's a 2-run shot. That's a 3-0 lead now for the Athletics. His 10th bomb of the season. It's another 2-out rally for the Athletics. Matt Olson will be up next, their first baseman. He gets a full count, and he is going to lace this one into right field, so he gets another base runner. So Athletics not done yet, but that's going to be done for Homer Bailey. As Johnny Cook comes out, he's going to take his starter out of the game. That's going to bring in Rogelio Armenteros. Haven't seen a lot of him so far this season, and restarted his season out in AAA. He's had a solid season so far, mostly out of the pen with a 2.70 ERA. He's got a chance here. He's got 2 outs, runner on first, and gets the out to get out of the 4th inning as Chris Davis pops up to the first baseman. Now we're going to go to the jump to the bottom of the 4th, very next half inning, see if the Astros can keep up with these Athletics. Brantley will start us off. First pitch of the at-bat to Brantley, gets a fastball. He laces this one up the middle, but it's got some carry, and the center fielder Pinder is able to make the play. Bregman up next, 1-0 count to Bregman. He gets a fastball in the zone on the inside part, and oh my goodness, that ball is crushed on the tracks in left field. Bregman, solo shot, doing what he does best, hitting a 1-run homer. That's his 12th home run of the season. It cuts into this Athletics lead, a little bit, 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. I mean, he absolutely crushed that pitch. So that will bring up Jose Altuve, who's up next. He's got an 0-1 count to him. He's going to get a curveball, and he's able to lace this one over the outstretched glove of the third baseman Chapman. Now he's on first with 1 out. The dangerous Alvarez up next, 0-1, but he grounds this one straight to the first baseman. That's a 3-6-3 double play. So the Astros only get 1 in that inning. Top of the 5th now, first batter in the top of the 5th. And the Athletics, that ball is hit on a line drive over the left field wall. Athletics wasted no time getting that run back. That's Chapman's 12th home run of the season. That ball was out of here in a hurry. The ball barely cleared the wall as well. So Chapman just erases any progress the Astros just made, as it's now a 4-1 run game in the top of the 5th. Next batter for the Athletics will be Stephen Piscotti. He strikes out on a slider away. Good pitch by Armenteros. So that's 1 away for Sean Murphy, the catcher. And he's going to dribble this one up the middle. Good knockdown by Armenteros. But he doesn't take his time. It just completely airmails the first baseman. That ball's into right field. So now runner on first with 1 out. Armenteros charged with the air. We get a pop-up to right field. Reddick, for some strange reason, is out there jogging to the ball. And that's going to allow Piscotti to get all the way to third base. Now runners on the corners with 1 out. But thankfully for the Astros, this is no damage surrendered, as that's a 4-6-3 double play to get us out of the 5th. Next up, bottom of the 7th now, here comes Alex Bregman. We saw what he just did a moment ago. Absolutely destroyed a baseball. Full count to Bregman, and the Athletics not really going to give him anything to swing at here, as he will walk to first base. So now runner on first with no outs for Altuve. He gets a fastball, but he can't do anything else besides pop it up to Matt Olson in foul territory. That'll bring up Alvarez on a 1-1 count. And he gets a fastball, laces this one into the gap in right center. That ball is going to get down. Bregman going to come around second. Is he going to head home? No, he's going to stop at third base. He might actually. He does barely get back in time. So now runners on first and third with 1 out for Springer. And he can't do anything besides line this one straight to the shortstop. 6-4-3 double play. Astros just unable to get anything going. They're going to have a hard time going against Liam Hendricks, who's trying to close this one out with a .5 ERA. First up will be Maldonado, but he's going to walk. So runner on first here to start off the inning. Astros need all the base runners they can get. That's going to bring up Brantley, but that's going to quickly erase that base runner. 4-6-3 double play. Astros just shooting themselves in the foot. Bregman up next. He's their last chance. He hits this ball perfectly on a line, but not perfect enough to get past Piscotti. As Athletics take game one, Fiers had a phenomenal outing for the Athletics. He picks up the win. The loss will go to Homer Bailey, and Liam Hendricks gets his 13th save of the season. Only 5 hits for the Astros in this game. Fiers did get player of the game. 8 innings pitched. Very solid outing for him. Struck out 8 batters along the way. Astros hit into 4 double plays that game, just not something you like to see. And the Athletics continue their dominance and win the next one 9-1 thanks to a 6th-run 9th inning. Laureano went 2 for 5 with a homer for them. Altuve went 1 for 4 with a double for us to highlight our batters. Game 3, though, the Astros do win this one 6-1, so we're trying to even up this 4-game series. Bregman went a perfect 3 for 3, and Greinke had a complete game 5 hitter and had 6 Ks for us in this game. So Greinke, solid outing out of him. And in game 4, we do even up the series 2-2, so he split this series, so we went 2-0. Springer went yard once more for us. He's been going yard a lot recently. And McCullers went a strong 7 innings, did walk 5 batters, but struck out 3. Our next series in the next episode, we will go home this time against the Boston Red Sox, see if we can recoup that sweep magic, followed by a quick 2-game series in New York against the Mets before the draft. But that'll be it for everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. That really helps me out. If you have any comments, want to suggest anything, have any recommendations, feel free to leave those as well. I'd like to interact with you guys down below. But that's going to be it for me, everybody. This is Mr. Rob, and I'm saying class is dismissed.